How does it impact Karnataka? What happens now? Who gets the upper
Well,
hand
see, as far
after
as
this?
this particular issue is concerned, the way this has been hurriedly pushed through very clearly shows that the government of BS Bommai wanted to actually send a political message more than actually try to do something concrete. It knew very well, and the way it sent a reply in the Supreme Court also said that it cannot be passed the way it is being done. So clearly, there was a political statement of polarization which seems to be emerging from this. That you're trying to please the Vokaligas and the Lingayats by taking the
So you have to unmute yourself. I think there's a bit of a problem with the audio. So the yes,
is that
he's back with us.
one state. This is also an issue which is in Telangana. This is an issue which is in Kerala. This is an issue which is in Tamil Nadu, and will have to be addressed uniformly, because if you were to hear talk of the Muslim quota, we have the similar Dalit Christian quota issue which is being discussed in Tamil Nadu and Kerala also. So why and how will the government or the Supreme Court take cognizance of that is something that needs to be very crucially taken. So now when this issue has been put on hold, while this implementation will depend on the Karnataka government, which comes into power later on in May, but Supreme Court certainly will have to take the petitions and the pleas of the Dalit Christians, the ways M.K. Stalin has taken up that case and said that the evidence need to be extended to them and cannot be taken away from them. So, it is going to get into a national issue, and I'm sure Supreme Court should once for all take a call on this, because if this is a case, and the way we have the Lingayats who are seeking that, the Lingayats are a separate religion, can separate reservation be given for Lingayats who are now demanding, or there is a petition pending in the Supreme Court saying that Lingayatism is a separate religion and not a part of the Hindu fold. So this is where this entire issue gets into a larger debate, a bigger debate, and I'm sure it will be something which will be discussed not just in the state assembly but at the parliament and the Supreme Court level to come to a final conclusion on this.
The final conclusion. Do you feel that with this, Siddaramaiah, D.K. Kumar at least will gain an upper hand in the political narrative?
Well, see, fact is, as I told you, this was more of political jingoism, the way it was done. The way the Muslims have moved from 2B to 3C category of reservations that will be in the economic weaker section, where also there is protest from the Brahmins, because in the economic weaker sections, you will now find that the Muslim kids or, the Muslims are contesting with the Brahmins of the poor economic section. So clearly, even there is unhappiness as far as this issue is concerned. The fact that it has been put on hold will be a relief for everybody. And the BJP was looking at it as a trump card to be able to, score brownie points, saying that, we're giving 2% extra to Vokaligas and Lingayats, the two major castes in Karnataka. The fact is that the Banjaras and the others, who will now find the Muslims shifting into the same 10% category that they've been fighting for, is actually made them happy. And if you remember, there was immediately after the decision was made, there was stone pelting on B.S. Yediyurappa's house in Shimoga, that people were unhappy that, their quota they had to share with one more community, which is 17% of the population. So clearly, there is a sense of relief in the people and the parties. But the fact is that this trump card that Bommai was hoping would give it both the Lingayat and the Vokalika votes certainly doesn't seem to be working at the moment.
Okay. And I'm also joined by Mr. Sandeep Puranik, political analyst. Chambi Puranik. Sorry, sir, Mr. Chambi Puranik. Sir, how do you welcome, sir. How do you see this development in Karnataka? This is like a bolt from the blue. I think a little unexpected on part of the Karnataka government. They must be thinking now what next.
Yeah, the Karnataka government was trying to take advantage of this redistribution of reservation and pruning here and adding there, and that kind of appeasement politics, the major community. Normally appeasement takes place for the minor communities and other neglected sections, etc., as vote banks. So also major communities, they have, because of the Panchamshali agitation, the kind of threat that was there for Umay government, because it's a prominent Lingayat sect within the Virashaiva Lingayat general fold. So therefore, in the issue of removing 4%, which was given by Devegowda government, did that. Then I mean, putting them under the EW quota, I think was a matter of bone of contention. But Amit Shah has been repeatedly telling, being a home minister, that the constitution doesn't permit reservation for religious minorities, etc. But in the case of other states also, they have gone ahead with this kind of reservation beyond the limit prescribed by Supreme Court, sorry, Constitution, as well as, matters have been taken to the court also. Now that the court has put on hold, perhaps, there is a need for this kind of populistic or kind of motivated reservation policies that are given. So therefore, I think the court has to give its kind of observations and final verdict, which will definitely clear the matter. But there is a gray area. Definitely, this anxiety was there. But I interacted with many Muslims. They say that definitely we know that religion is not for reservation, but there are castes, like Nadabs, Banjaras, Pinjaras and others who are there in the Muslim, and they are trying to take care of them by constituting separate nigamas or boards, etc., which Karnataka government is known for that. It has created more than 30 to 40 boards to take care of the aspirations of the different caste groups and all that. So between caste and religion, and how Muslims are going to be taken care of, apart from the Supreme Court taking the matter into consideration, I think this is going to be good for the entire country.